Good morning. You join me on Monday for my regular Wyatt's walk and my trip up the hill to the churchyard of St Mary's at Upper Swainswick. But this morning I want to talk about another district and another church. Yesterday there was a beautiful window in the weather yesterday morning, so my partner and I decided to go for a long walk. We ended up in Bath Easton, and I took a trip around the church of St John the Baptist. It's grade 2 listed. It dates in part from the 12th century, and around the back of the church was a stone coffin. I don't know whether that's medieval or Roman. Perhaps somebody could tell me, as there was no label on it to tell me anything about what it is and where it came from. And whilst walking through Bath Easton, I was sad to see that we'd missed the annual Scarecrow Trail, which apparently runs through the first week in November, when there are more than 40 scarecrows competing for a grand prize. Two in particular made me smile. One was an effigy of Trump, and the other was a suffragette in a phone box. Now, those of you who know the history of Bath Easton and one particular building, Eagle House, will know that that particular property, when it was owned by the Blaithwaite family, was a refuge during the early years of the 20th century for suffragettes who'd been released from prison, many of whom had been on starvation diets. It became known, Eagle House, as the suffragette retreat. The property has recently been reportioned and is being sold as flats and apartments, but it was good to see that there is on the outside fence a plaque which bears the label "A Haven for Suffragettes 1908 to 1912" and the letters WSPU around the circumference, standing for Women's Social and Political Union, which was the political organisation which women rallied to in terms of achieving the votes for women. If you can hear noise behind me, I think I've said in the past that this church benefited from a lottery community fund grant a little while back, and various improvements are being carried out inside, and they're hoping to reopen the church in time for Christmas. So that's it. We're talking today about something that happened yesterday in a different part of the wonderful city of Bath, but we enjoyed our trip around Bath Easton and across the fields, where I stupidly did not wear Wellingtons and came home with a pair of soggy socks and mud splattered jeans and boots. By golly, it is getting noisy in there. Anyway, that's Monday underway. I'm going to get back and get this online, and I'll catch up with you soon.